You are now listening to the Girl Organize That Life podcast. Coach L3.
Hi, welcome to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where I am your host, Latimore-Lorfils, affectionately known as Coach L3. As a mother of 12, who has also served as a senior military officer for nearly 3 decades alongside my husband, I can certainly understand and appreciate who I call the 3C sisters: crazy, chaos, and confusion. If you are an executive level mom, mompreneur, or lady leader who perhaps still struggles with burnout, you have come to the right place where you can receive strategies and tips on how to pivot with poise and conquer the noise. I invite you to take this journey with us to increase your clarity, your confidence, and to conquer the overwhelm. Hope to see you there.
Coach L3.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where we empower extremely busy, high-achieving women who may struggle with burnout, and we help them to pivot with poise despite the noise here. I am your host, Latimore-Lorfils, and today we're going to dive into a topic that can absolutely transform the way you approach work and life. And guess what that topic is for today? You ready? Drum roll. Delegation. Oh, I know. This is going to be a juicy one for some of y'all. And I know some of you may be thinking, delegation? Well, I'd rather just do it myself. You have that if it's not done right, or if I want it done right, I'm going to do it myself. But hang in there with me, because by the end of this episode, you're going to be ready to hand off tasks confidently, free up mental space, and empower those around you. Imagine that. So, let's talk briefly about the power of delegation. Let's start by reframing how we see that. Delegation isn't just about giving someone a task so that you have less to do. It's really strategic. If you want to know the truth, it's really a strategic way to make your life more manageable and, yes, way more enjoyable. Who wants to have a full plate all the time with no help? I don't. So delegation is masterful. It's wonderful once you get it. And it allows us to focus on high-level tasks that only we can do. Okay. So that you got to think about it. And it could be at work, it could be in business, it could be at home. So listen, I want you to understand that when you delegate effectively, and notice I say effectively, it's going to create 2 wins. The first win, you're going to free up mental and physical energy, I promise you, because I know that as a mother of literally a dozen children, 6 who still remain home, I am the queen of delegation. I say, you have the kitchen, you have the family room, you have the dogs, all of you will kumbaya together, and all of you will fold clothes and help get this laundry under control, because mom can't do it all, and I won't do it all. That's just not going to work. So I want to encourage you all and make sure that you understand you will free up mental and physical energy with this. And then when number 2, you're going to empower others that are around you, and you're going to give them opportunities to grow. That's what happens. So today I'm going to walk you through 3 actionable steps to harness the power of delegation. Okay. And like I said, it could be at home, it could be at work, it could even be in a community role. There is power in delegation, and I want you to know that. And I don't know if you ladies have a notebook and a pen, but you might want to get one, because we're going to get to the nitty-gritty. And if not, rewind, replay. It's here for you. So step 1, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to identify those must-do tasks. And I want you to start by understanding what only you can do. Be very clear on that. What are your unique strengths and responsibilities? Be very clear on that. Write them down. And think of things like high-level decision-making, personal relationship building, and most importantly, tasks that align with your goals and your values. So think about that. These are your must-dos. These things need your attention. They need your touch. Okay, so you got to think about that. And then once you identify those, take a hard look at everything else. Because, we have these long to-do lists and we feel like we have to do everything on the list. But trust me, there is more on that list that you might realize that you can hand off to somebody else. Ding, ding, ding. Isn't that a revelation? And I get it. You're like, oh, no, I can't do that. Yes, you can. And I know if you're a mom managing a household, or maybe it's dealing with meal prep or chores, if you're in a leadership role, it could be weekly reports or scheduling. These are things that you absolutely can hand off to other people. Let them be great. Let them be great on your behalf so you can be greater, right? These are tasks that may not require your unique expertise. Anybody can do meal prep. You can lay out instructions if you want, and they can read, follow the directions. So that's so important. Your actionable step, what I want you to do, and I really want y'all to do this, I want you to set aside 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes, and I want you to list your must-dos and the tasks that are routine, tasks that are repetitive, or simply don't need your personal input. List what they are. This is going to guide you and help you to determine these are probably the things that I need to delegate. Step 2, make sure that you match the right task with the right person. This is so important because what I need y'all to understand, delegation just isn't about giving random tasks to just anyone. You want to make sure that they have the skill set so we can get you to your desired outcome and your desired end state, your desired result. So it's about matching tasks with the right people that can handle them and potentially benefit from doing them. Imagine that. Now, what I will say, when you do assign a task, ask yourself 2 things. 2 things. 1, 2. Does this person have the skills to complete it like I just said? Do they? Could this task help them grow in some capacity and help them to even learn something new, perhaps? Is that a possibility? Now, again, it could be work, it could be your kid, it could be your life partner, your spouse, whomever. Aligning the task with the strengths of the person in those areas matters. And the thing is, you align them with their strength and their growth areas, guess what happens? Everyone is empowered. And believe it or not, everyone is probably enthused. Believe that too, okay? And then in step 3, what you're gonna do, you're going to establish very clear expectations and checkpoints. No one wants you hovering. Do not be that like the helicopter parent, okay? Give what the guidance is and move out smartly. Like in the military, we call it building the bench. If I, as a senior leader, don't reach back and teach my junior leaders on what to do, in some instances, I'm not growing them. I'm stifling them, truthfully, and I'm making myself more overwhelmed because I could simply be delegating some of these tasks so that I can be free to be in my zone of genius to provide them the correct resources that they need to do the task. That's just an example from being in the military. And I will tell you, one of the biggest reasons people avoid delegation is because they think they'll end up doing more work. And that goes back to the, if you want it done right, do it myself syndrome. It's not a good syndrome to have. And then you're going to feel like you have to check in constantly. The first thing you got to do when you're delegating, you got to establish trust and confidence in your folks that's going to be around you that can help you get some of these things done. So do that and let them feel empowered about it. But look, here's the secret. The key to effective delegation, just setting clear expectations up front. Just tell them up front and establish what your checkpoints are along the way. Period. This is not rocket science and it's not hard, but it's hard when we're not intentional and deliberate about doing it. And the thing is too, when you delegate a task, explain what's expected. Like really, describe the outcome, what that's going to be and what you're expecting. Outline the deadlines and certainly discuss what the standards are. That'll clear up a lot of cloud right there. And then tell them, why is this important? Why does this task matter? Explain that to them so they can feel connected to it themselves, right? Give them the why behind it. Sometimes as leaders or people that have people under the influence or just in the home as a mom, whatever, you're just like, Johnny, do A, B, C. And Johnny has no idea why he's doing A, B, and C. He just knows like, why? I was over here playing the Xbox. What are we doing this? Hey, Johnny, things I need to get accomplished today. If you can help me with A, B, C, because this is going to enhance D, E, and F, then Johnny's like, okay, well, let me do that. So share why it's important. And then when it's time to check in, explain when and how to do that. Checkpoints, be specific about it so they know when they can report back. And in that way, they don't have to wait for you to follow up. They know you have an hour to come back and give me a status on where you are. And then you can set your alarm, but that way you're not having to chase people all the time to get things done. This does a couple of things. Hey, listen, let me free you. It creates accountability without you micromanaging. And then you can free yourself for other things. It'll give you the confidence that the task is moving along. And then you don't have to have constant oversight either, because now you've built the bench and you've empowered your people. Another actionable step for each task, set up a quick check-in schedule. Okay, keep it simple. For example, you could say something like, let's touch base on this Thursday and see where things are. These small touch points, they will give you peace of mind that things are moving and that they are on track. How does that sound? Sounds good to me as I'm saying it. So let's quickly recap what we just discussed. We discussed the three steps. One, identify what your must-dos are, okay? And separate for what things that only you can do from things that can be handed off to somebody else. Number two, make sure that you match the correct task with the correct person and assign them in a way that fits the person's strength and growth opportunities. That is so key, okay? And then number three, establish very clear, distinct expectations and checkpoints, because that is going to alleviate and clear up any undue stress because you've established this. All right. And the thing that I want y'all to understand, when you follow these steps and you do what I'm saying and what I'm suggesting to you, you're going to free yourself and allow yourself to focus on what matters most. Okay. But you're also building up the people that surround you. And that's going to encourage them to want to help out with other things. And that is a powerful combination. Simply powerful. All right. Some final thoughts for you. Delegation, it really truly is a game changer. It really is. I used to struggle with this because most of us feel like we're giving up control somehow, but we're really not. We're not giving up control. This is about empowering others around you. This is about setting yourself up for success, for long-term success. And I get it. At first, it's probably like, oh my gosh, I don't want to let this go. I got to continue to do this because I have been doing it since 1932. It'll feel a little weird at first because you've conditioned yourselves to do the thing. But like a new habit, it will get easier and it will get better over time and with practice. Okay? So if today's episode has inspired you, great. Start small. Start small. Delegate one thing this week. And experience the relief that comes with it. Comes with letting go. Comes with letting go, because we hold on to things so tight because, again, we don't want to give up control, but you're not. And remember, every time that you delegate, you are choosing to invest in yourself and those that are around you. And that is such a sweet victory. It really is. I really appreciate you all tuning in every week. And here at Girl Organize That Life, we are doing just that. We're trying to help you to do that. We're trying to help you to establish more clarity and declutter your mind, declutter your plates, i.e., by delegating and giving things to other people. Okay, and just inspiring other people around you. So if you did appreciate this episode and any other episode that we have done here, I would like for you to click like, click share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell them to tune in so they can get what they need and leave with these actionable steps that can give some immediate results. We are proud to do this here at Girl Organize That Life. We want you to show up in the highest version of yourselves. We want you to invest in yourselves in this way and understand that I am here to help you to organize your life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Okay. So until next time, take care, take charge, and don't forget, to pivot with poise despite the noise. And we'll see you soon. Meanwhile, bye-bye for now.
Coach L3.